sharpened their arrows, they loaded their bow. They plotted and planned for a devastating blow. But something went wrong at the heart of the scheme. The plotter got tangled and lost in their dream. For envy is tricky, it hijacks the brain. It promises power, but delivers the pain. The part of you thinking with clarity bright goes quiet and foggy when flooded with spite. So the master plan plotted in shadow of night arrives in the morning a little less right. The logic is wobbly, the edges are soft. What looked like a sword is just waving aloft. They needed a gasp, they needed a cry, they needed to watch as your confidence died. For toxic machinery runs on a loop. It needs your reaction to tighten the noose. The tear and the flinch and the furious shout are the fuel in the engine it cannot do without. It's a wheel and a pulley, a lever, a gear. It only keeps spinning if you keep it here. But what if you simply refuse to engage? What if you quietly stepped off of their stage? No gasp and no fury, no battle, no fall, just stillness and silence and nothing at all. They're holding a wire that crackles and hums, expecting your body to be where it comes, to ground itself out and complete the whole arc. But you stepped aside and dissolved in the dark. So the current loops back to the hand at the start. It winds through the plotter and shocks at the heart. The scheme that was aimed like an arrow so true came back like a boomerang. Nothing hits you, and lies, oh the lies need a terrible lot. They need to be watered and tended and taught. They need to be walked every morning and night, adjusted and patched just to keep them in sight. But truth just sits in a chair by the door. It doesn't need feeding, it doesn't need more. It waits without blinking, unbothered at rest, while the lie runs a marathon clutching its chest. Give time enough room and it does all the work. The architecture of deceit starts to lurk and crack at its corners and split at its seams, collapsing beneath all its own broken schemes. For envy's a confession in backwards disguise. It says, I see something in you worth the prize, which means, and now listen, this part is the key. They already know what you're becoming, you see. And malice is nothing but a map and a sign that points at your power and says that is mine. So when they come at you with arrows and noise, translate what they're saying beneath all the ploys. You matter enough to pursue, you matter enough to undo. There's something inside you they cannot contain, and that is precisely the source of their pain. The trap isn't plotting, the trap isn't schemes. The trap isn't envy or spite or bad dreams. The trap is the moment you pick up the wire. The trap is descending to match their desire. The trap is the second you step in the ring and hand them your energy, that precious thing. For they cannot manufacture it, steal it or buy it. They can only receive it if you will supply it. So simply don't let it stay where it grows, inside your own vision wherever it goes. The discipline, real discipline, isn't being cold. It isn't detachment or hardened and bold. It's learning to stay in a warm, different place, aimed at your building, your truth and your grace. It's pointing your fire at the work in your hand, at the thing you are growing, the life that you've planned, at the quiet, unglamorous daily design of building something better and letting it shine. But here is the hardest and last thing to say, the mountain inside that gets most in the way. in chaos you're trying to breach is the voice in your chest that says fight back right now. That silence is cowardice, rise and show how. That letting them walk without consequence free is somehow a failure of who you should be. That voice is the wire they left when they went. A permanent fixture, a permanent dent. It hums when they're winning and hums when they're not. It lives in the space between cold and white hot. The discipline isn't the silence you keep. It's leaving that voice in its corner to sleep. It's knowing that time and your frequency held are more than enough for the falsehood to melt. From whence it was made, a sandcastle scheme that the tide will invade. So step back, dear director, step back from the stage. Don't write them a finale, don't give them a page. Don't hand them the ending they wanted to earn. Just quietly let the whole drama not turn. The greatest response to a malicious design is to build something better and simply shine. Not silence as weakness, not stillness as fear, but silence as power, and you still standing here.